Hey everybody, welcome back to Kinfolk Farm. Excuse me. The muscadines are breaking bud here in Woodbury, Georgia. I'm loving it. The big vineyard's popping out. This is a small vineyard. It's going crazy. As you can see, the leaves are coming out. And just a little tip, I want you guys to be aware, at least in our area, there is a little bug that's going to drive us crazy here in just the next couple of weeks. It's not the Japanese beetle. That's our biggest pest. Oh, I missed one right here. It's not the Japanese beetle. This is the flea beetle larva. Be a little worm, and just as these leaves get going, they're going to come munching on them. And last year, I discovered them while I was cutting grass. While I was cutting grass. I happened to notice all the leaves were popping out a couple of weeks ago. And then when I was cutting grass, I was like, where'd all the leaves go? And I started looking at some of the other plants that were further down in the big vineyard, and I noticed that little tiny black little larva that was underneath the leaves. Sprayed, the plants came back. I was scared that I lost half my vineyard out there because it just knocked everything back. But didn't really have a problem. Sprayed, got rid of them, everything worked out. The vineyard's back in action. But be ready, these pests are coming. Hopefully you guys have got your fertilizer down, your weeds under control, and ready for the pests that are coming. All right, well, we received a gift from the folks at Food Forest Nursery out in Arkansas. They're a nursery that hit me up and was wanting to send me some plants to put out here on our farm and to talk a little bit about them. One of them is something I've been wanting forever. The gnats are going crazy here. For you guys that have watched my videos before, you know that you have to keep moving here in Woodbury, Georgia, or you will get hauled away from the gnats. But the folks at Food Forest Nursery sent us a box full of plants. One of them I've been waiting for, some hazelnuts. I've been wanting hazelnuts on our farm forever. We have a little of everything: apples, plums, lots of plums, lots of pears, peaches. We had all the blackberries. We got rid of them and added more muscadines. But I was wanting some hazelnuts, and they were kind enough to send me some hazelnuts and a variety of other plants. Let's open this box and take a look at them. Food Forest Nursery. Go check these guys out online. They have a little of everything. Nuts, berries, vines, grapes. I checked them out a month or so back when they hit me up, and they seem to have a little bit of everything that you'd want for your own little food forest on your property, or if you just want a couple of plants, check them out. All right, they sent me some hazelnuts. They sent me 3 American hazelnuts, 2 red mulberries, a Fuyu persimmon, a dwarf everbearing mulberry. So that is going to be pretty cool. What do you think about that, buddy? What do you think about that? Let's see. Well, they seem to be in pretty good shape. They're just starting to break bud. We're going to get these guys in the ground, and hopefully they make it. I've been waiting for some hazelnuts forever. I had to actually go around and look to see where I wanted to plant these things, because in all honesty, I'm running out of places to plant stuff out here on our farm. We just have it completely full of fruits and stuff. We don't want to plant anything in our front yard. We're actually wanting to put some flowering plants in the front. They seem to come in great shape. I'm going to stick them in a bucket of water. They recommend putting them in a bucket of water for maybe an hour or so. While we dig these holes, I'll let them soak for a little while and get these roots reactivated and hydrated. They're still wet, so they look like they're in great shape. I'm really surprised. Because I don't like receiving stuff from the post office. I don't. UPS, FedEx, they're cool. The post office takes forever, and I'm going to be honest with you, these plants took a little while to get here, but I was surprised. They come in great looking shape. I'm super excited. I am really excited, especially for these American hazelnuts. Man, I've been wanting some of them so long. So let me get these hydrated. We'll find some spots to put these things. We got these things soaking in a bucket of water. They look great. I'd plant them now. They recommend putting them in some water, so I'm gonna leave them in the water for about I don't know, as long as it takes to dig the holes. But right here next to my fruit salad trees, this is where the big vineyard is for you guys that have watched my channel. This is the new vineyard we just put in. This is the big U-pick, and these are called fruit salad trees. They're apricot, peach, plum. They're all stone fruit that have been grafted together. They were actually given to me from another nursery. And I'm not good at growing them, but they're so pretty. I wanted to take them down, but yet they turn out so pretty. I'm just going to leave them. We never get fruit from them because I think there's a lot of spraying and stuff involved and a lot of pruning that as you can see, never done. I'm just too busy with the muscadines. A lot of stuff that I like things that I can throw in the ground and leave it alone. My plums are basically like that. I prune them a little bit and we get lots of plums, but these fruit salad trees, we just never get anything off of them, but they're just so pretty. I'm always every year saying I'm gonna take them down, but then I like them and I leave them. But we're gonna plant these mulberries right beside them. I think they'll be real pretty just to have another row right down beside the fruit salad trees. It's a little shade, but it's getting later in the day. It's like almost 4 o'clock. It's almost 4, so it's a little bit shady, but the sun travels straight over the vineyard, so they're gonna get plenty of sun right here. And I have 2 red mulberries, and I have a dwarf everbearing. So I may put the 2 red mulberries side by side, spaced out a little bit, a lot, and then the dwarf down on the end. I have a persimmon tree. I'm gonna put it in the far corner. I have another persimmon over there I've had for years. It got a lot of frost damage a couple years back, but it's coming back. And I think it's a fuyu as well. But the hazelnuts, we're gonna put it right in front of we're gonna put those, I have 3 of those, we're gonna put those in front of the small vineyard. I just want them, I sort of want them over there because I think the deer will really jump on them hazelnuts after a few years when they start putting on nuts. I think the deer, anywhere along this wood line, the deer will be all over these hazelnuts. In there it's fenced. We don't have quite the deer problem in there because the lake's on this far side, it blocks it. I have a high fence in the back where the garden is, so the deer can't get that way. And they really don't travel through our front yard all that much because of my guard dogs. Look at them, they're fighting the gnats too. They're hot. All right, well, let's get to digging some holes and see if we can get these things in the ground. Just like with muscadines, we're gonna dig a big hole. I want it to where when them roots get tight, when them roots are ready to spread, they got that soil nice and soft, and they're gonna spread out and take off. I don't like little small holes. Even with the muscadines, when I plant those, I plant them in big holes. So once them roots start to take off, they got that soft soil, they can move. I have to say, that's some good soil too. I thought it was going to be that red clay that's all over the whole farm, but that's some good soil. That's some real good soil right there. Look at the root system on these red mulberries. They're just awesome. They ship some super plants. I mean, these things are really, really good. I'm super excited about them. This is the dwarf everbearing mulberry. This is a monster. This is a big old plant. They gave you a piece of bamboo to keep it straight, and also I think to secure it in the box. But a good looking plant, just a heck of a root system. I mean, this thing is ready to go. I'm praying that all these plants take off. I will be mulching them and putting some fence around them for these deer. I had to fence every tree out here that I plant because these deer are notorious on our farm. We just have, I mean, we're in the south, there are deer everywhere. And so they're a huge nuisance with my trees. But we'll fence them and mulch them. I'll tell you a little bit more about that here in just a second. Well, we'll go over here to the other side of the vineyard and plant this persimmon along with the persimmon we already have over here. Everything's starting to leaf out in the vineyard, thank goodness. I am ready to grow some muscadines. Look at these gnats. Follow me. I don't know if y'all can see them. Oh my gosh. Somebody, when we first bought this place, we didn't know the gnats were this bad. In the very first spring, we were asking everybody, what is up with these gnats? Every year, and we've been here 9 years, and it's every year. It's just insane. You have to either stay moving or keep waving a hat or something. Keep these things beat back. Well, here's a little persimmon that I planted a couple of years ago, and it got some cold frost damage, and I thought the whole thing had died. And then it made it through last spring, last year. Just this, it still shot out some new shoots, but this limb right here died. This one here. And I had done gave up on it, but heck, it took off. I should have did some pruning this year, but like I say, I don't get back here much. I should, seeing how this is our little, our little family graveyard. This is going to be our family graveyard. There's my mother. My mother is buried out here, and we got plans for all of us to be buried right out here. My brother and everybody. But that turned out to be a good looking little persimmon tree. I was really scared I'd lost it. Hopefully this year it'll put on persimmons. We had it for a couple of years and it did put on there 1 year. And then like I say, the following year it got really bad. I got to come in here and do some cleanup. I got some pines growing in here. I need to put some more mulch. But we will definitely do that now that we got another one coming. And I got to get on my game. I just got to start. I got tons of mulch. I just got to get, I'll tell you why I'm not mulching here in just a second. Look at this thing. This is a heck of a root system. That is nice. I still see the buds on it. So hopefully, oh my gosh, hopefully this thing will take off. Hopefully it will take off. I believe it will. They look great. They just look great. They just look great. Still see green. I'm ready to get this sucker in the ground. All right, I had to get some water from the hose. I was thirsty. These gnats, I swear, I'm gonna complain about them every video for the whole summer. I just hate them. I guess I need to buy me some kind of net to go over my face. I want to show you guys and explain to you why I can't mulch right now. I got a lot of stuff. I can't even plow my garden. I plowed it earlier in the year, but we have a situation. We were over here the other day, and my youngest grandson, Jack, I was doing a tune-up on the lawnmower, and he wanted to play on the tractor. So he discovered that the seat would fold forward, and when he did, he found a bird nest right there. And it's got an egg in there. I haven't seen a bird yet. There's a little egg right there. It's been a couple of weeks. I'm going to give it maybe one more. That will be 21 days. I think it's been 2 weeks. I know a chicken hatches in 21 days. That little tiny bird, if it ain't hatched next week, it's gonna break my heart. But Jack said, let's take it and show Nana. I said, no, let's leave it alone. Well, can we move it somewhere else? I said, no, the mama won't find it. I said, we'll just wait and see if it hatches. And if it hatches, we'll let it grow up and fly, and then we'll get the tractor back. But some people would have just said, but I don't know. I got a little soft heart here lately. I let it hatch. It won't take but a few weeks, and we can get back to plowing the garden, get ready to plant. I have planted some peppers. Planted a bunch this morning. Some jalapenos, bell peppers, and some Tabasco peppers. We have some cabbage growing. It's doing okay. I'm never good at them cold weather plants, but getting hot too. Now we're back over here where we started. That's where we started. We made one big loop all the way around. All we got left are those hazelnuts. I got 3 and I'm trying to decide where to plant them. I like them right here for the fact we got plenty of sun. We have this big monster pine. Our pines out here are giant. We got that big monster pine, but the sun's going to come up and it's going to follow. So it'll get a few hours and then it's going to drop. Not exactly sure if this is where I want them or not. They just don't get the sun over here that I would like. But we're running out of places to put things out here. Our whole farm is just full of stuff. And I don't want it to be all crowded. Oh my gosh, I don't want it to be all crowded. And I'm a stickler about how things look out here. I'm really funny about that. I want everything, I'm sort of an organized type of guy when it comes to planting all my stuff. I want everything to look organized. But as you can see over here, I got an apple tree I planted a couple years ago. We don't have a fence around it. A little guy right there. Because the deer just don't get over here. We got a couple of pawpaw trees, one down there, one here, and some big old pear trees. Got 2 big pear trees. But you really don't have to do anything. There's a high fence right over there that protects my garden, keeps the deer out of those woods from coming over here, and then the lake starts right here. You can't see it through the woods, but you can see it right down through there. That's all the lake. So got a lot of protection over here, and the muscadines never get bothered over here either like they do over there, because they do get bothered over there. But let me think a second. I got to figure out if this is where I want these, because I got big plans for these hazelnuts. I want them to produce, and I want to every year put some up, plant them, and get hazel. I want hazelnuts all over the place. I want them all along my wood line. As a matter of fact, that probably, I'm scared the deer will get to them. I could plant them along the wood line, go ahead and get them started over there, but let me think about it. Okay. I did change my mind. I didn't want to plant them over there. Not enough sun for my liking. We're back in the big vineyard, and this is not our property. This is the property line. All the woods right here. This is the property line. So I've planted some stuff right here on the property line. I have a big chestnut tree. I planted that years ago, and it's just doing phenomenal. I planted another one down there that's not doing so well on the other side of that big tree. But I've been trying to put some stuff along the wood line to pretty it up and to have some other stuff growing. So I have this big gap between this chestnut and this big apple tree right here. So I may put a couple of hazelnuts here, or I may squeeze all 3 of them right here. I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to try to squeeze all 3 right here. We'll put a fence around them, like this guy here. This is actually chestnut that probably needs to be dug up. This thing has got all kinds of problems. But I planted them at the same time. That's massive, and this little joker ain't doing nothing, so I'll probably steal that fence. Apple tree's looking good. Heck yeah, look at there. Got some small ones coming if they hold on, hopefully. Hopefully they hold on. This thing is loaded with them. Nice. I didn't even notice it blooming this year. Loving that. Nice, nice, nice. Awesome. That, and there's another chestnut there. So I'd like to put a couple more apples here to just have some more fruit out here. And also, you guys that have been with my channel a while know, if you guys that are not, or that are brand new watching, we do a lot of deer hunting. We try to eat everything we can off our farm. As far as meat, I haven't bought any meat in 6 or 7 years. We raise all our own meat, chickens, quail, pigs. All our red meat's deer. I'm not much of a beef guy as it is anyway. So we try to shoot all these deer. For one thing, they eat all my muscadines, and I try to get a little payback. But and they taste good, so I love to deer hunt. So I think I'm going to put all those hazelnuts here, protect them best I can, and hopefully we'll get a nice crop here in a few years. All right, well, I saved y'all the time of watching me dig those holes. Those hazelnuts, my gosh, they had a root system bigger than all of them. It was ridiculous. So hopefully these things will grow. I'm hoping. My gosh, I've always wanted hazelnuts, and I think they'll be a great addition to the farm. They really look cute right now, but they'll bush. They'll turn into big bushes of hazelnuts, and hopefully later down the road we can start harvesting hazelnuts, set them over winter, replant them in the spring, pop them all up, and start throwing them all over my farm, because I would have these everywhere. I would have them everywhere. I just think they're awesome. For one thing, on my farm we are eat up with pines, lots of pines. I have very few hardwoods, and the hardwoods I do have on my property don't produce any acorns. They're all sweet gums, and the red oaks and stuff that I have out here, they don't even produce. I mean, we don't have any producing nut trees out here. So that'll be a great addition to the farm. I want some nut trees out here that produce lots of nuts. Oh my gosh, for us and for the wildlife, because we love to hunt. And I think it'd just be cool. I think it'd be really cool to be able to come out here and harvest my own hazelnuts. But I'm tired. Here comes my youngest grandson that's got to be in everything I do. So I got to entertain him. I planted all those plants. I planted all the stuff in the garden. I got up early this morning, went fishing, caught a bunch of crappie. Let's see what he's doing. Hey buddy, you want to be on video? What's up? You ready to help Papa?
Yeah.
Come in, let me show you what I did. We got some hazelnuts planted, some nut trees. I planted a bunch of them today. I got 3 of them down there.
They got food in them.
They got what?
Do they got food on them?
Yeah, there'll be some food. You gonna like that? Look at them gnats.
I ate one.
Yeah, you've had hazelnuts with chocolate dipped hazelnuts. Look at them gnats. Oh, they're crazy. Come on, let's go back to the house.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot out here and we need some water. All right, guys, thanks again for checking out my video. And thanks so much to Food Forest Nursery. Go check them out online. Buy you some stuff for your property. Everybody plants a lot of stuff on their flowering stuff. I believe in planting food. We got so much stuff out here, it's ridiculous. I just love knowing that if I want apples, they're out here. If I want plums, they're out here. We make a lot of wine. So the plums are out here for wine, the muscadines. I just love planting things that we can utilize besides flowers. But anyway, that's me. Thanks again, Food Forest Nursery. Thank you guys for checking out my video. Love you guys to death, and we'll see you on the next one.